Welcome back, everyone, to Rudy's Rant, where we give our reactions to what's popping in the world of sports and react to the videos that we're seeing from other people and give our perspective on what they got to say. Before we jump in, thank you so much for your support of this channel. Greatly appreciate you. Be sure to jump on board with us at Come On Now, the podcast. If you haven't subscribed there yet, remember that's Come On Now, the podcast. Become a member of that channel. And of course, subscribe here. Please do subscribe here because I'll be dropping different content than what you're seeing over there. I did a video on this Bronny James situation. Heck, I've done a few videos on Bronny James, LeBron James, and all that stuff. And of course, you had the opening night, and I just dropped the video in terms of Mad Dog Russo's perspective on the Bronny James season opener with LeBron in the less staged, less fabricated, less fraudulent, less fugazi season opener. But now I got another perspective from Mad Dog Russo. And this one is going on the reaction page because this is a real reaction from Mad Dog Russo. This isn't a fake, massaged and oiled reaction. This is his real reaction. First of all, you're going to see his hair looks like he just woke up or got hit. He looks like a mad scientist. I mean, if you look back, if you put him in, was it Christopher Lloyd's body from Back to the Future, hair all over the place, you got Mad Dog Russo right here. He looked like he just got off of a rant. I mean, my goodness, I would love to have some opportunity to talk to Mad Dog Russo and go a rant for rant and let's go back and forth. That'd be fun. So Mad Dog, I know I'm small, I know I'm not well known, but I would love to have you on because I'd love to pick your brain, have conversation with you, and get you going. All right, let's jump in here. Listen to what Mad Dog Russo had to say. He was on the Dan Patrick show, and I'm presuming it was the same day, later in the day, or maybe it was today, talking about opening night. Listen to what he had to say about it.
See this, but I read it where you kind of dismiss the Bronny, LeBron James concocted scripted.
Yeah, I can't stand it. What a waste of time that is. Yes, I think that's so stupid. That is so, Dan, that is so artificial. That is so, I mean, come on. He had one rebound in 3 minutes. He's going to be in the G League.
I will correct. It was 2 minutes and 41 seconds. He didn't get to 3 because their lead dropped by 5 while he was out there in those 2 minutes and 41 seconds. These words he said already are worse than what he said on First Take. He hates it. It's stupid. I mean,
In about a week, they listen. LeBron is a wonderful player, and I understand that Lakers are trying to make sure that he is motivated and he's galvanized, and it meant something to him. So I understand that. But I walk around town all the time. I did not have one person tell me, wow, did you see that Bronny play with LeBron last night? The American sports fan could care less. Let's be fair. And don't compare it to Griffey. I looked it up. When Ken Griffey played with his son with Seattle, he hit 306 that year. And 1 year, and then another year, he had a 380 batting average. Griffey could still hit when he was 41 years of age. Bronny's not an NBA player right now. The Lakers did this to pacify LeBron, which I understand. He's the second greatest player of all time. It meant something to him. Okay, but don't try to convince the American sports fan that this is a big deal that LeBron played with his kid and it's the first ever, because I think it's fake. That's my take. I know a lot of people disagree. That's my take.
Okay.
Let me jump in real fast. He mentioned Griffey. Ken Griffey, senior, he did hit 377 in 1990 playing with the Seattle Mariners. But let's be authentic. I'm a Yankees fan. Ken Griffey Sr. played for the Yankees. He hit 377 in 21 games, 88 at-bats. He clearly caught fire at age 40 because the first 46 games when he was with Cincinnati before he moved over to the Seattle Mariners, he hit 206. And yeah, he did hit 282 in his last season. Again, he played 30 games. He didn't play 162. We're not basing this off of a full season. We're basing this off of a very small sample size. That said, Griffey was a very good player for most of it, for pretty much his entire career. But Junior was a superstar. And that's not the situation here. It's not even remotely close to the situation here. Bronny's not a superstar. Bronny's not even a serviceable NBA player. And while they may sit here and tell you, oh, yeah, you know, Bronny uh, is going to be in the G League, until I see him in the G League, I'm not going to believe that he's going to be in the G League. I really won't. I won't believe it until I see it. So let me see it first, and then I'll believe it. Because I don't think he ends up in the G League. I don't think you can send someone who's making $8 million to the G League. I just can't see that happening. If it does, I'll be surprised and I'll be happy to say I was wrong. But I would be shocked if he ended up in the G League. We'll see.
Okay. Your son's just starting out in the business.
Right.
He doesn't warrant being on a big stage. But let's say you say to management, I'd like to do a radio show with my son on Sirius XM.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but I understand what your point is. I wouldn't say that because these jobs are very difficult to get, and I think that that advantage for him wouldn't be would be unfair. So I would not tell bosses, hey, do me a favor, make sure Colin Russo gets on Sirius and does a once a week show with me. I swear to God, you can tell anybody down in West Palm, I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
And I'll say this right now. I won't say that because that will get me in trouble.
Your wife's out of town. You can't get in
No,
trouble.
I'll say it. Colin, from on a radio perspective, he is better at what he does right now than Bronny is what he does. How's that? I'll
Okay.
say that with all sorts of confidence.
Okay.
I just think, to me, it was. You don't think that was a little artificial?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, you
Yes.
do.
The whole
You agree?
draft was artificial.
Okay, so you agree with me?
Yeah. Yeah. But I still think it was pretty cool that they were able to pull this off.
Here's my problem, and I fucking love Dan Patrick. Dan Patrick, you're another one. I used to watch Sports Center religiously to watch Dan Patrick and Keith Olbermann. Those two guys together on Sports Center, the best combo duo ESPN has ever had on Sports Center. They were on at a time where I didn't understand that guys could actually leave jobs. Like, because my father had the same position for his entire career. He was an attorney. He ran his own law practice. So the idea of people getting hired and fired and stuff like that, it didn't register to me as a kid. It really didn't. Maybe that's stupid of me, but it never registered to me. And ESPN was viewed as the top of the food chain. So why would you go anywhere else than stay on ESPN? Then as you get older, you hear that ESPN lowballs the hell out of certain people and they fire people left and right. They have layoffs constantly and all that stuff. And I don't know why Dan Patrick and Keith Olbermann ended up leaving ESPN. I really don't know, and I don't really care. But I know at the time, I remember one day they're gone, or the duo's broken up. Like, what the hell happened? I don't want to watch this. Although, I mean, I think Stuart Scott came on. I loved watching Stuart Scott. Like, these guys today are like, nothing special. I don't care about Sports Center anymore. And I think the fact they do it solo a lot is not the same, because I think the partnerships fed off each other. This individual, I think Scott Van Pelt is the one that does it primarily by himself. I don't find that enjoyable. So who do you talk to yourself the entire time? It's just a little bit weird. I mean, for that, just do a podcast. Like I'm doing right now. But when I watch this, for example, I hear Dan Patrick say, wasn't it cool? No, it wasn't cool. It wasn't cool at all to me. I didn't find any of it cool. I found it embarrassing. And I found it fake, fabricated, fugazi fucking bullshit. I don't like it. I think it's a massive lack of integrity, a massive lack of ethics, and it's despicable in my opinion. I don't like any bit of it. So comparing his son, who I don't even know who the hell his son is, Colin Russo. Let me look Colin Russo up real fast. Let's see what Colin Russo's background is. He's Chris Broussard's son. I mean, he looks young as hell. How old is this kid? I don't know how old he is. Wait. I don't know how old Colin Russo is. He looks young as hell. But here's the thing. That's Mad Dog Russo's radio show. And I don't even know that he have to ask for permission to have his son be a guest on his radio show or come on once a week. They pay Mad Dog Russo for his show. It's not the other way around. Mad Dog Russo is basically an entire channel, I think, on Sirius. Mad Dog Radio, I'm pretty sure that's the entire channel. So I don't know how it works in that dynamic, but let me tell you something. Mad Dog Russo's at the top of his level as well. And I'm pretty sure that Mad Dog Radio is basically his channel that Sirius pays for. It's no different than Pat McAfee when he was just doing this stuff on YouTube, or I don't know if he was ever on Spotify. I don't think he ever was. But YouTube to ESPN, I don't know how much money McAfee was making on YouTube, but I'm sure it was a lot. I'm sure it was a lot. And I don't think that Russo would have much problem. You're not talking about the same thing. You're talking about an apple to an orange. You're talking about they paid Bronny $8 million over 4 years, a contract worth 16 times as much as the same pick a year ago, Isaiah Wong. It's not the same thing. Me bringing my kid on my show, the Lakers are not LeBron's team. He doesn't own the team. It's not his team. But he also says, I wouldn't do that because that's a level of integrity, of ethics, which clearly do not exist with the Los Angeles Lakers. And LeBron will do whatever it takes to have his son play, even if it looks completely stupid, completely fabricated, completely fraud, and embarrasses the shit out of his son, because right now his son sucks.
Now, Bronny is a G League player.
Not even.
But this was just a LeBron. If it keeps LeBron engaged, Chris.
Yeah.
All right. I've heard that now a few times. If it keeps LeBron engaged, why is LeBron playing? Last I checked, LeBron wants to win NBA championships because he thinks that winning another one would put him really, really, really side by side with Michael Jordan as the greatest player of all time. It burns his soul that people don't think that. He is butthurt over that shit. And it's clear as day from all the things that he says. When you are the greatest, you don't have to say it. People say it for you. And the reality is 80% of the people around don't say that he is. They say Michael Jordan is. Yes, there's a small segment of the population, people that watch basketball, that believe that he is. Then let them spread that word for you, LeBron. You don't spread it for them. You look stupid when you do. You look weak when you do. You look desperate. So, yeah, shit. That's why oh my God, I just lost my train of thought for a second. But yeah, I don't find anything cool about this. I find it sad, actually.
I understand.
He's one of the top 10 players in the game at age 20 or
Yes,
22 years in.
Give him
If
credit,
it means that he's going to be
oh yeah, engaged. He's engaged because he wants to win a championship. Do you think that his son playing with the team makes him more engaged? So if his son gets sent to the G League, is he still engaged? That doesn't make any sense to me. And I don't agree that he's top 10 player in the league, by the way. I don't. I think he's in the 15 range. He's in that 12 to about 15 to 17 range. And I'm genuine about that. And I'm going to tell you why. He doesn't play defense anymore. The NBA requires defense. It requires both sides of the ball. Unless your offense is so ungodly good, a la Luka Doncic right now, whose offense is just on another level than LeBron's. Because if you want to be honest about stuff, Luka averaged damn near 35 points a game last year. something like that. What was this? What were Luka Doncic's numbers last year? 33.9, and LeBron James was about 24.7, I believe it was. 25.7. That's a sizable difference in points. Luka Doncic also averaged 10 assists and 9 rebounds. He damn near averaged a triple-double. Okay? And his team got to the finals. And he played more minutes. And he played more minutes than LeBron as well. He played the most minutes of his career last year. So his offensive production kind of negated his lack of defense. But LeBron's lack of defense is just bad. And his defense just now is bad. In the regular season, he doesn't play any defense. Don't wait for the playoffs to play defense. You want to be a top 10 player. I just don't see it. I don't find LeBron scary. I think he's a great player. And people say, oh, the top 15 guys are all great players. They're all elite basketball players. If you're a top 20 player to me, you're one of the greatest players in the world. So I don't know why it's offensive to say that I don't think he's top 10. I mean, off the rip, I can tell you right now, Joker, Embiid, if healthy, obviously. Joker, Embiid, Giannis, Luka, Steph, that's 5. Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards. Hell, Anthony Davis is really better than LeBron. He is. Would I pick him over LeBron if I had to pick one guy, though? No, I wouldn't, because Anthony Davis is soft. But all-around player, Anthony Davis is a better overall player than LeBron. He plays way better defense. He's elite defensively. And for the Lakers to be good, he has to be their best player. And that's just 10 right there. And I'm not even going any deeper than that. I can go deeper. I can look further and look at other guys. I mean, I would argue that Karl Anthony Towns might be better than him right now. I mean, Jimmy Butler, when Jimmy Butler's playing at his level, is better than him right now. Zion Williamson could be arguably better than him right now. He's not so surefire top 10 guy. If you think he's better than Jason Tatum because of the Olympics, go look at where the Celtics went. They won the championship. Jason Tatum was very good. LeBron got knocked out in the first round. I'm sorry. And the reason the Lakers get knocked out is because LeBron wants to be the man. LeBron thinks he's still the man. And that's part of the issue that exists.
Excited, still playing. If I'm a Laker fan or the NBA, like, I want LeBron still in the game, playing at a very high level.
Excellent point. Excellent point.
And Bronny should go. This is what I think is going to happen. Bronny's 12th man. He got in. He'll get seasoned in the G League, and then they'll bring him up probably for the Christmas Day game. Like, I think they'll pick spots to bring him up, let him play a little bit, and then send him back down. That's what I would hope. Dalton Connect is the rookie that we should be talking about.
And he's good.
Yes.
He's good.
I
love him.
And not Bronny James.
I agree.
Yeah.
So your point is you're okay with it because it's good for LeBron, and what's good for LeBron is good for the game, which means it's good for us. That's where you come down on this?
Yeah, because he didn't play that long. I think it was, all right, we'll put him in. It's kind of like a ceremonial first pitch.
Well, don't make it historical then. Don't say, wow, this is the first.
Well, it's not like the Griffeys. I agree with you.
Don't make it historical. If your point is, hey, listen, LeBron's earned this, and that's your point,
yeah,
that's fair. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But don't make this some unbelievable event that the sports fans got to pay attention to because we're pacifying LeBron James.
Yeah, but you were.
I don't want to hear about this shit about he earned this. This is. So because he's played so long and has been great for so long, you compromise the integrity of the NBA. That's what you do now. Is that what we're doing? We compromise the integrity of the league because LeBron James has played for so long. Therefore, you think he's earned this? He didn't earn shit. He's earned his money. So what about if he decides he wants to have his daughter play in the NBA? Does he earn that too? How about if he waits for his next son to come up? Does he earn that too? How many levels of earn does he get? It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's all shit. And I don't like the fact that Dan Patrick actually really believes that, they're going to send him to the G League. If they do, that's where he belongs. Keep him there. Let him play the whole season there. Bring him up. What is this? AAA baseball? Double A baseball? Where you bring someone up because someone got hurt? If someone gets hurt, yeah, you got to bring some guys up. That's fine. But just to randomly bring him up to play on Christmas Day or on some special occasions to put on a jersey, that's ridiculous. That's even more. That compromises the game even more. That's a larger compromise of this game that you're sitting here saying that you should bring him up to be on the bench on Christmas Day. What? And then he's gonna play again? Get the fuck out of here, man. This is craziness. And no, it's not better for the game. You think? I mean, some people may think LeBron's better at the game. I don't think he makes a difference at this point. He's 40 years old. We need to stop focusing on the old guy and start focusing on the new stars of this game. And he's not a new star. He's an old man. Start truly focusing on the Anthony Edwardses of the world. You really have to, although he makes it difficult with all his personal baggage on the outside. Focus on give Jaylen Brown some fucking love. This man's on TV having to freaking fight for his name because people think he's he's an arrogant asshole. And that's perfectly okay. I disagree with his thought that that's an attack. No, that's an observation because of how you carry yourself. But give him some love. That man was the Eastern Conference Finals MVP, the Finals MVP. Like, probably the second or third highest paid player in the league. What are we talking about? Show that man some respect. Jason Tatum, give him his flowers. Jalen Brunson, give him his flowers. Like, these are guys that need start pumping up Tyrese Halliburton. Start pumping up Victor Wembanyama. Like, pump up these guys that are younger. This is the future of your league. LeBron is on his way out. He's not the veteran of the league at this point. Not to me.
Part-time for a network, that makes this bigger than what it needs to be.
I agree. And that is why yesterday, part-time's a little strong, Dan. You're ESPN. I'm on there 2 hours a week to help Stephen A. I mean, to say that I'm an ESPN employee is a little strong, but
do you have an ESPN ID?
No, I don't.
Okay, all right, then you're not an.
I can get into Disney World with a discount if that's what you mean. Now, I tell you a little secret. I told him yesterday. I said, guys, listen, I'll play this is how I feel about Bronny. If you don't want me to get into this because it's going to bother people, I'll lay low. And to Stephen A's credit, he said, Chris, you say what you have to say. If you get pounded, who cares? We all get pounded on first day. Say what you have to say. So that's what I said.
I'm actually glad that he mentioned that because I still don't think he went as hard as he could have. He softened more than he was on this one. He was harder on Dan Patrick. But look, man, we have to be honest about what's going on. And we know what's going on. Stop celebrating this shit. I'm sorry. Like this, if he's in the league, fine. But this nonstop following. There's a commercial now from Nike where LeBron puts cereal in Bronny's car, and I mean, are we going this direction? So now Bronny has a Nike sneaker deal as the 55th pick in the draft. Is that what it is? Does he have a sneaker deal coming out too? I just don't like it, man. This stuff is the most unearned shit I've ever seen in professional sports. I'm not talking about ownership, being in management. I'm talking about playing. This is the most unearned shit I've seen in professional sports, where nothing he did earned any of this. And that's just my feeling on it. And I'm glad that Mad Dog and Dan Patrick had this conversation. I largely agree with Mad Dog and partly with Dan Patrick. But I don't agree with this fact that it makes the league better. It doesn't make the league better. It makes the league look worse. It makes the league look like shit. It makes it look like bullshit. But that's my opinion. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I appreciate y'all watching this video. And be sure to give us a thumbs up, a like, hit that subscribe, and hit that bell so you can check out all of our reactions on this channel. This is Rudy's Rant. Thank you for watching us. Have a good one.